Thus far, Michael Bublé has coached 3 seasons of The Voice. You may be curious about the opinions of the show's viewers. He has been a great addition to the show, even though some people don't seem to find his kind of humor funny. Fans' opinions of Bublé's inclusion on the coaching panel have been the subject of multiple threads on the show's subreddit since he joined The Voice in 2024. Viewers expressed their opinions over his inclusion on the program. One Reddit member said, "I freaking love him and find him hilarious. His team adores him, and he appears to be respected by his fellow coaches. Fantastic coach." During his first season on the show, Bublé objectively made the best strategic decisions out of everybody, according to another fan. "He obviously knows how to pick the right singers," someone else said. Another fan commented, "I definitely didn't come to watch the show for him, but I found that I like him and was pleasantly surprised at his wit and gratitude." Even though it's obvious that many fans like Bublé as a coach, some viewers aren't as impressed, perhaps because of his unusual sense of humor or the artists he chooses. He rarely gives constructive feedback to the artists, according to one Reddit member, who said that he makes them cringe. "Bublé just tries to be funny 100% of the time, and it only works 10% of the time for me." Another commenter said, "Bublé has a very Canadian sense of humor and other countries don't always get it," according to another comment. But according to one fan, he comes across as too Canadian, and he's also too courteous. Inauthentic. The fact that Bublé isn't picking anyone who sings songs right up his alley infuriated another spectator. "He never turns for anyone who sings his genre even when they deserve it," according to another critic. What are your thoughts? Is Michael Bublé a suitable addition to The Voice? Tell us on X. O'Rourke. Jill O'Rourke contributes to Talent Recap by penning news articles and summaries for programs such as American Idol, The Voice, and AGT. She has been writing about pop culture since 2012, having previously worked as a byline at Crushable and A+. She received a degree in English and Film Studies from the University of Georgia. In her spare time, Jill binge-watches sitcoms and fantasizes about being a hobbit. Many people blinked in astonishment, some scratched their heads, and some cheered like lottery winners when Michael Bublé joined the coaching panel of The Voice. After all, Bublé is not a reality TV guru. Rather, she is a smooth-voiced crooner who is a contemporary version of the great entertainers like Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. However, Bublé's appearance on The Voice sparked renewed discussions about what it means to coach up-and-coming musicians in a way that combines nostalgia with modern coaching energy. Thus, the issue arises: do people genuinely adore Michael Bublé as the coach of The Voice? It turns out that the answer is definitely yes, albeit there are some subtleties. 1. A voice beyond music. In addition to being a singer, Michael Bublé is a storyteller whose voice arouses feelings and memories. This ability to convey subtlety and emotion through sound translates intriguingly into a role where competitors must connect in addition to singing. Early on, fans saw that his criticism went beyond notes and pitch, and frequently focused on emotional interpretation, something that many coaches don't stress. His insistence that singing is about truth more than perfection drew admirers. Audiences weary of solely technical criticism and yearning for confidence-boosting mentoring found resonance in this attitude. On The Voice, Bublé was praised by many fans for his assistance in enabling contestants to give more emotionally charged performances. 2. A true mentor. Kindness rather than cruelty, the site of abusive coaching. Coaches who degrade competitors to increase ratings is one of the most persistent complaints of reality competition shows. Michael Bublé had a different vibe. He was kind, encouraging, sometimes funny, and always truthful. Fans praised his method on social media, saying things like, "Michael actually teaches. He doesn't just judge. He gives competitors a sense of visibility rather than fear." His criticism comes more from a wise friend than a drill sergeant. This genuineness resonated. Audiences are astute. They can distinguish between performers and those who are sincerely interested in nurturing talent. The latter was how Bublé's mentoring style felt, and fans showered it with love. 3. Crossing generations. A mentor for every age. Michael Bublé's appeal to a wide age range is another factor that contributed to his popularity among fans on The Voice. He is neither confined to the nostalgia of vintage crooners, nor solely a figure of youth culture. Rather, he transcends time. His contemporary charm appeals to younger followers, while his timeless influences resonate with older viewers. On The Voice, this generational appeal was favorably received. Fans who watch with their spouses, parents, or siblings frequently mentioned how Bublé's participation made the show feel inclusive, rather than targeting a specific group. I watch The Voice now because Bublé is on it, and it's become a family show, a number of lovers admitted in forums and fan groups. In a time where disjointed media frequently divides people, Bublé's presence produced a unique instance of shared joy. 4. The comedy aspect. Having fun on a serious stage. Bublé's comedy is one element that frequently appears in fan criticism. Michael employs humor to establish interaction with participants and the audience, in contrast to some coaches who use sarcasm or criticism. He utilizes humor to diffuse difficult situations, humanize them, and give competitors a break in addition to delivering punchlines. In a panel that frequently has prominent figures vying for attention, this harmony of warmth and wit made him stand out. Fans particularly cherished the times when he utilized humor to diffuse tension. He chuckled at his own errors. Before their big performances, he helped the candidates grin. Fans witnessed something uncommon on reality TV during these moments: kindness. 5. Genuine fan reactions. Sentiment in social media regarding Michael Bublé's mentoring on The Voice. Fan sentiment was widespread and consistent, rather than limited to a few isolated viewpoints. A quick look at fan forums, Instagram, and Twitter revealed a pattern. Positive comments and thousands of likes were left on clips of Bublé's reaction. His exchanges with competitors turned into highlights that fans loved. Memes praising his coaching approach immediately gained popularity. With the comment, "This man doesn't just teach them to sing. He teaches them to feel their song." A fan shared a video montage of his coaching tips. Fan posts also frequently expressed gratitude for his humanity, in addition to his musical prowess. 6. Critics and helpful comments. Nothing is flawless naturally. It's not all sunshine and roses in the conversation. At first, some fans and critics questioned whether Bublé's musical specialty, primarily jazz standards and vintage pop, would limit his ability to train participants in a variety of genres, such as hip-hop, rock, or country. Early doubters questioned if he could help rock artists find their true voice. Does his background apply to more contemporary or edgy genres of music? Fans quickly noticed, however, that Bublé doesn't force his approach on competitors. Rather, he concentrates on assisting individuals in amplifying their identity, which is a talent that works in a variety of genres. As they observed him using a range of skills, many spectators acknowledged that their skepticism was gradually dissipated. However, some fans believe he may be more difficult at times. However, even these detractors frequently change their minds, admitting that his encouraging demeanor contributes to his coaching's appeal. 7. Contestant development. The final exam, the contestants' reactions to Bublé's teaching, are among the best measures of fan affection. Fans pay attention and rejoice when participants give him credit for innovations. Contestants frequently repeated, "Michael helped me find my voice." Throughout episodes, he taught me confidence in addition to technique. In response to these occasions, fans expressed gratitude and honored Bublé as a driving force behind the artist's development. Viewers posted notes on social media about how Bublé's mentoring made the concert more meaningful to watch, as well as stories of personal inspiration and happy tears. Fans adore him because of the emotional connection that exists between the coach and the participant, as well as between the viewer and the show. 8. A more comprehensive understanding of why fans connect. Examining what viewers want from talent shows like The Voice today will help you comprehend the fan reaction. Instead of just competition, audiences want to witness sincere relationships between coaches and artists. They desire openness, sincerity, and respect for one another. This is expertly delivered by Michael Bublé. TV viewers are sick of manufactured drama. It feels natural when Bublé gives sincere advice, and fans show their loyalty in return. Fans desire journeys, not just winners. Bublé's coaching approach emphasizes emotional storytelling and personal development, which strikes a deeper chord than straightforward performance reviews. Bublé is an example of a mentor who is both joyful and understanding of the pressures that musicians experience. In addition to his role as a judge, fans perceived him as an ally of the competitors. 9. Beyond fans. The wider effect outside of The Voice. Michael Bublé's participation attracted new people who might not have otherwise watched the program. His presence sparked discussions about what constitutes effective coaching. He emphasized the value of live music, genuine vocals, and emotional connection to audiences. Bublé's influence was partly credited by critics for the show's revitalized spirit. 10. Implications for reality TV's future. The popularity of Michael Bublé as a coach on The Voice raises some important questions regarding the entertainment industry. Sincerity is more important to audiences than shock value. Mentorship that develops character, rather than just voice aptitude, is valued by viewers. Emotional depth and industrial knowledge can be combined by coaches with actual performance experience. On The Voice, fans welcomed Michael Bublé, rather than just putting up with him. They were drawn to him, not because he was a famous person, but rather because he gave his part depth. In conclusion, do fans adore Michael Bublé as the coach of The Voice? Yes, Michael Bublé is adored by The Voice's audience as a coach. Not only is he a well-known artist, but he also brought warmth, genuineness, emotional support, and true mentoring to a position that was frequently dominated by spectacle and criticism. His presence changed the show's tone, promoted participant development, and struck a chord with viewers of all ages. Not only did fans like him, they also supported him, laughed with him, and trusted him. And that's a rare and significant win in the cutthroat world of reality TV.